The show for today, we're talking to Pastor Kevin Walker, the president of New Beginnings organization. And of course, Pastor Walker, we promised that we'd give you an opportunity to, to talk about some of the support that you find for the New Beginnings organization and some of the other things that we might be able to do as a community and as an area to help you do what you're trying to do.
Okay, Dr. Haney, one thing, our goal with New Beginnings organization is to be in every institution in the state of Tennessee, in every penal institution in the state of Tennessee with chapters of NBO operating and people participating, producing constructive citizens that come back into our society. I think a lot of times what we do in society, we follow the criminal from the crime scene all the way to the door of the prison system, and then we sort of forget about them. I don't care how bad the crime was and how often it was televised. When they get through the court system and to the door of the prison system, they're forgotten about. But we have to realize a person sentenced to prison, everybody does not get life without parole. And some of them that has gotten life without parole have had that overturned and are out of the prison system. My point is that criminals do return back into society. Those that have been convicted of crimes do return back into society. My thing is, how do you want them to return? So if you want them to return as the same person they were when they went in, or even worse off than they were when they went in, or do you want a person that has been changed, that has actually changed themselves, have gone through some processes, have really come to grips with themselves and know who they are, and now they're coming back into society to contribute to society. Because, you know, the ex-convict could very well be your next door neighbor. Now, how do you want your next door neighbor to be, knowing that you just come out of the prison system? We're looking for people that want to involve themselves with the New Beginnings organization. If you want a solution to the problem of crime, the problem of reincarceration, if you're looking for a solution to help steer youth away from the negative influences in society, then you need to be involved with New Beginnings organization, because we're designed to do just that. We're designed to not only offer prevention programs to our youth and young adults that are traveling that pathway at risk, if I might say, but we also are set up to offer programs within the institution once a person has become incarcerated, so that that person will not return back into society and do the same things. And we're also developing programs that will help the individual once they enter back into society, help them to make that very serious transition that they need help in making, because they need to be helped. You know, we just can't expect a person to go in, warehouse them and let them do time and then send them back out with nothing inside of them that's going to help them function in society. They're worse off than they were before they left, because one of the things is because they don't know what's going on in society in terms of being out there living. You can see it on the TV and stuff like that, but not being in the middle of the boat, you don't know really how to deal with certain things. So we're developing programs to do that. Since our last show, we've had young lady by the name of Teresa Pendergrass, who has come on board with the New Beginnings organization, and she's doing some things in terms of, she come with some different ideas and things like that we're able to use and incorporate as a part of the New Beginnings organization to move this thing to the next level in terms of our phase. We got phase 1 up and running in River Bend now. And I need to add to it, Dr. Haney, that last week we just had a graduation. We graduated 11 people in our organization that have went through the 9 months, and I need to say that the curriculum is a 24 lesson, 9-month curriculum. And that's what we do. We give birth at 9 months to a new individual. And now we're working on programming called maintenance and motivation type program that they'll go into a phase 2, and then a phase 3 when they're coming out of the system. So we're constantly developing, and we need folks that will sow their time, their resources. The New Beginnings organization right now, we're not having any funding right now. The funding that we're having right now is based upon the inmates funding certain things, sending money into the account and stuff like that, and a few dollars that I put in myself. But other than that, we don't have any funding. We're seeking people that know where the money is, that know where the grants are, can point us in the direction that can actually get in here, write some grants for NBO, help us get on our feet. Somebody that may have an office space, want to donate an office space. We need computers. We need all kinds of stuff so that we can set up computer labs and things like that. We need all types of human resources, financial resources, material resources, so that we can make New Beginnings a reality. Because you got to think of it, this is just not new beginnings. This is a solution to an age-old problem of the person committing the crime, going into the prison system, getting back out, recommitting the crime, going back in. So people can get involved and help solve this problem that's in existence.
And so you think you have what you might consider a cost-effective method in a time when we're in all of these dire straits in reference to the budget and et cetera. You think that it's cost-effective over the last minute, and that you should be able to do something with it?
Well, no, I don't think I have a cost-effective method. I know I have one. I know that we can operate programs at no cost to the state of Tennessee, other than maybe some transportation costs to bring them to an outside program on a furlough or something like that, a work release or something like that, and only because of security issues with they transport their people. But it's definitely cost effective. It'd be at a cost, at no cost to the taxpayer. You can take that money and funnel that money that you're spending on corrections into education. Very
good. And of course, Pastor Walker, let me thank you over the last 25 seconds that we have here for bringing us that excellent information. Each time that you come, you talk about some issues that many of us never or rarely reflect on. As you indicated time and time again, that you follow an individual who has committed a crime up to the prison gate, and then we leave him there. And let us thank you for bringing us that information. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.